saw the squad lists come out. A few ins for you, a few outs. What's the rundown of the health and fitness of the squad?
Look, Adama's the main one for us, obviously with the red card, and we believe Benny will be back available. He trained yesterday, so with us playing Sunday, we've still got another couple of sessions, so hopefully he shows he's ready to go after tomorrow's last session.
And Ryan and Nishan, they're fully 100% ready to start now?
Yeah, they're fully available. Look, they were both mentally available last week. We flew them to Sydney, and the staff did a great job in trying to make them available for the game, and that was just a decision by us on the well-being of the player, really, to leave him out. He didn't ask to be left out. Even with Nishan, he was very tired when he came on and probably played an extra 10-15 minutes longer than what he should have. But they both look as though they've recovered from the trip. They're in good spirits and they're both available.
Good experience for them both. I know we talked last week about how difficult it was, but realistically, if they want to end up being Socceroos, take it to the next level, they're going to learn about this sort of churn and burn of multiple games.
Of course, I believe it's a headache that every player would love to have. We want them to continue having it, and we want more players to have that problem. 24 hours does make a big difference, though, when you think from Tuesday to Saturday or Tuesday to Friday. And in the end, that's why we made the decision for the benefit of Ryan first and foremost, and then obviously for our club that the player's got to come first in a situation like that.
Defence-wise, the level of frustration, they can't seem to get the same right. And a couple of them have been avoidable. Obviously, Roderick had the red, and now Adama, as an experienced player, getting the red. It must be a bit frustrating. I imagine for him personally as well, probably knowing when you don't need to do a high boot or something like that. Yeah,
I think both red cards, or I should say second yellow cards, were probably somewhat rash decisions, in the moment, and I'm sure regrettable for both, but we know that these mistakes can happen. We've got to try and control that a little better. And unfortunately, in 5 games, it's only the first 2 games that we're able to keep a settled back line, and we've had a couple of injuries as well. But look, it's given a few players an opportunity. A few players have come on that have made a difference and been very impressive, and these boys will be called upon again, and we're confident in the squad.
Lino is one of those players. Is he first cab off the rank to fill in for Adama while he's suspended?
We'll see. He certainly, we hold him in high regard here at the club, and the most minutes he's played were in the 2 games for 30 minutes with 10 men, and he showed a lot of maturity and confidence, and he certainly held his own in a difficult moment, and he did well on both occasions. So, he's progressing well. He's a young player with obviously a lot to improve, a lot to learn, but we're delighted with his progress so far.
We talked just before we started this about how long you've been on the road for, off to the Central Coast. It's not always an easy trip. Just how important is it to finish this sort of road trip on the right note?
Yeah, it is. We know it's a difficult trip. It's shown in the past when you do go to Central Coast, it's always difficult. But I think it's also a period where we're able to bring a lot of new players, a new group together, a lot of younger players that, when you're on the road, the players build some camaraderie, real togetherness, and so you can get a lot of benefits from these opportunities that you get when you travel. So we're looking forward to a challenge. We know Central Coast won their first game last weekend, and I'm sure they'll gain some confidence, but they're also a team that, if you look at a lot of the statistics, where they've had the second most shots in the league. So they are arriving in the box. They're a dangerous team, and we'll certainly go there full respect for our opponent.
We know they've had quite a few off-season changes as well, guys like Cummings, Silvera, etc. all gone. Have you noticed much, and obviously you manager as well, have you noticed much different about them?
I think that there's always a period of adjustment when you have a lot of changes and new management as well. And but they've remained dangerous throughout the year without getting the results. So that's clear, and I'm sure they gained confidence from their last win, where they performed very well against Newcastle. And we expect a very difficult game against an opponent, a real tough opponent.
Harrow touched on road trips being a theme of your side as of late. I guess another one is you're dominating games, you're creating a ton of chances yourselves, and you're just not able to score. It doesn't help that goalkeepers are turning into leather yashin when they come up against you. But you're confident that this week the tide will turn and some of these shots will finally start falling?
Yeah, I think what you allude to there is the dominance and control and playing good football. We just want that to continue. And we can't get frustrated or agitated by missing opportunities. We want that to continue, that we keep creating, we keep looking dangerous. We've had some adversity as well in games, and we've come through that very well. So it's just about building. We're not now going to worry about did we score a chance or not. Just play our football, keep building on it, keep defending well as a team. And I'm sure we've got the quality, and we've shown in a few games this year how prolific we can be and take our chances, and we've done it. So I know we can do it again. Is
that the message that you bring to the boys? Because obviously you've got a lot of players that they wear their heart on the sleeve.
Yeah.
They'll be getting frustrated with the lack of this. Is that your message to them? Don't get frustrated. Don't snatch at things.
We haven't seen them get frustrated. So maybe within themselves, there's a high level expectation of themselves, and they want to put away those good chances. That's fine, but what we don't want to spill into our game, because then it will become a problem. And we're seeing no signs of that in training. We've seen no signs of that in the matches. If we continue on that path, we can turn these performances into more wins.
Is that like equaliser against McCarthy? Scrapping. I'm sure Bruno's still claiming it, but effectively an own goal, just sort of buoy them a little bit in the sense it doesn't have to be perfect. It's if you're getting in the box, you have a chance. You will get those goals.
Yeah, I think it was more. We felt it was inevitable. We kept coming, and even with 10 players for 30 odd minutes, we kept creating opportunities, and maybe there was a sense of relief from the players, maybe a sense of we deserve this, and obviously they were very pleased in that moment. We all were, because we felt it was something we deserved, and the way we got it, obviously right at the end there, I think Franco was in there as well, claiming it, the young boy. So regardless, I thought it was a point we deserved overall, at least, and we've trained well, and we want to put on another good performance now.